been in the restaurant business for as long as I remember. It's just sometimes you follow a path and you find yourself in it and you do the best you can. There are lots of ingredients to be able to have a good restaurant. Location, 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 and a nice atmosphere, good value, and a decent food, and a perfect service.
Well, you go from one place to the other, but you see right away if a place go and you have a good impact with the customer right away. It's like it's like everything else. You feel if people are happy or not. You can go from 1 month to 6 months to 1 year, but I would say 6 months is generally the time you're looking before your place is very successful. What you need is a very good front man. I mean, a good manager and a good employee. That today, I think, in the atmosphere is the biggest part in the success of the restaurant. The employees are part of the success of the restaurant, the front one.
It's all depend what type of restaurant we want to build. Sometimes it's a romantic restaurant, which is lots have to do with lighting and how the tables they are set up and that type of things. Lighting, it's a big part of our business, of the restaurant business. We don't think about it, but it's a big part. Sometimes we just want to have the homey feel.
When I look at people feel a bit like their own house. They have this feeling of comfort, of lighting and of relaxation, of music. But you have to understand that people go out for socialize and be part of a theater scene. You know what I mean? These people want to be in the middle of this group and kind of blend with it. Okay, anyway, it's a tricky way to open a good restaurant and a good-looking restaurant, but always look for, I would say, between something contemporary with always a touch of the past.
Restaurant in LA or restaurant in Chicago, Timbuktu or China, it's just a restaurant. You have to choose your cast properly, your chef, your employees, your manager, the people around you. They are the one they make a restaurant. You can build the best restaurants on earth, but if you don't have the proper cast, you have a shell, you have a nice building and a beautiful room. In this age of time, the media makes a restaurant. If you have a good write-up and obviously if you have a good reputation and you have a good contact and a good PR, the media, they are going to talk about your restaurant. They are going to walk in the door. You keep a customer by giving them a good service, a decent food. Even if it's a mediocre food, it has to be consistent. The whole secret of the restaurant business, it's consistency. It's day in, day out.
It's still lots of stress. Doing restaurant is very easy. To keep the same way all the time is the most difficult part. So you have to be here all the time. That's the fact. It's just not opening a restaurant and go away and think it's gonna go by himself. But you need to be here and check. It's most difficult. So the stress, and the service with the customer. Try to satisfy everybody, and that will be the thing the most important right now, especially in the beginning of this place. So try to keep everything regular.
It's most of the businesses, but it's primarily one of the businesses we do not build on success. You have a meal today and you are very happy customers, and when you come back the next day, we're starting from scratch. We have to make you satisfied, happy. We have to give you a good service, a good food, a good attention. Customers, it's a high maintenance a human being, so we have to take care of him. And that's what makes customer come back.
A good attitude, I think, is the most important. Definitely a good chef, but the attitude is the most important side, because the people that you work with have to be very recipient to change and moving the menu what people request. A lot of chefs don't want to do that. They're very stubborn because they think what they do is the best. They always work in the way what they know how to do the best, and have to try to make understand what the people want in the restaurant, because each restaurant people want different things.
The flavor is the most important doing the food. You know, you have to respect the ingredient. Try to respect most of the ingredient and not play too much with it. And the presentation is also important because the aspect is make the appetite.
Chef, there is many aspects to a chef. It's just not cooking the food. He has to be a good boss, and he has to be able to run that kitchen properly. You know, in every business, you need a good leader, a good manager.
Communication is very important. First of all, the communication, the hygiene, and the organization, and effectively the communication is very important. Especially when you work with many stations, one do the salad, one do the meat, one do the pizza. So you have to talk and you have to know what's going on and make sure everything goes together. It's important.
You put it and start always in a napkin, and from there, you know, doing some rendering, some sketches, and giving it to somebody who's going to draw it, you know, a draftsman basically, and go through the permit process. We deal with cities. That's the hard part, you know. Licensing and permits, they are getting more difficult and difficult. As a business, it's becoming harder and harder to justify the type of investment.
Process, first of all, is to find the location, the money. I think the money is one of the biggest problems. To then to open a restaurant and to be successful, you need to invest.
We look for people that are willing to put their heart in it. They enjoy it. If you're doing a job, I don't care what job is it, if you like it, that's 90% of the job. You have to enjoy it. You give it your best, you do it passionately. So you talk to the people and you size them up and you see if they are coming there. Yes, everybody needs to make a living, that's a fact. But there are some people which is they make you feel they just want to do it, because probably they need it more than others.
Being a chef is it's a passion for me. I love it. I love to cook from when I was a little kid. So it's just all about passion and everything around. It helped me a lot. My second passion is traveling. So until now, it helped me a lot to do lots of trip and walk different places in the world. And that's why make me love my job too.
You know, I can tell you I can do it with my eyes closed and my hand tied behind my back because I just build them. I don't manage them. Managing a restaurant is very hard. Building it and starting it, because I like it, I enjoy it, and I'm passionate about it, so it's not a big deal. But managing it and running it, you know, it's another aspect of the business completely separate.
But it's always difficult to open. It requires a lot of energy to open a restaurant. As people sometimes think it's very easy. No, it's a very, very difficult job. The passion, food first. You know, I love food. You can see my size. And second of all, I love to stay with customers and people. And a lot of these customers become my friends. You know, it's a way of life. You make a decision you want to continue with.